Up on LiveWire, we've got a great show coming coming your way. It's about the Martin Luther King Day coming up, and there are a number of events and a number of organizations that are taking part in it, and you get to meet some of them. So stay tuned for LiveWire right after this. Hey, I'm Ray Tatter, and coming up here, right here with me in the studio from the Roberts Family Development Organization is Rovina Parham.
Hello, thank you for having me. Yes, I am Rovina Parham, and I am with Roberts Family Development Center.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a good thing to be. Yeah, you're walking down the street one day and you thought, "Gosh, I think I'll work for the Roberts family."
Honestly, I had my degree in recreation, and I was really trying to look for something to work with youth. And one of my sorority sisters mentioned Roberts Family Development Center, and I got hired there. I started working with high schoolers, and I'm still here.
This is great. You know, about 19 or 18 years ago, the Roberts family were on this program, and I interviewed them, and I found out this is really great. And I asked them, well, how many students do you have so far? You know, they said like 50.
Wow. It is crazy to hear that because they did start in 2001, and they started with 13 kids. So to see how much we've expanded and how far it's grown, it's really amazing to see.
And how many do you think?
We've served over hundreds of kids. Over hundreds of kids.
Yeah.
Every year it's changing. Our numbers just getting bigger and bigger. Our sites are getting bigger and bigger.
More kids served. And also more programming now. There was you have a number of programs, and I thought what we might do is kind of like zip through the programs, because there are service organizations that have been around for a long time, and when I get them on the program for a couple of times, they've always added some wonderful thing or joined things together and made it stronger and bigger, and that the community recognizes their services and provides funds for their programs, or they partner with another program in the community, which is also great.
So yeah, throughout the school year, we have our after-school programs that we host in the greater Sacramento area. We range all the way from elementary school all the way to high school. We have one high school site that is at Grant Union High School. So we have kind of a variety. We serve Twin Rivers School District as well as Robles School District.
I see. And kids, is this an after-school work?
Yeah, so we have an after-school program, and then also we do our Food for Thought mentoring. So that's when we're able to bring in our mentors that we have brought in from the community, and they're able to mentor our scholars in the program. That might look like them coming and meeting them at lunch, possibly eating lunch with them on campus, bringing them lunch, just kind of having conversations and building those relationships as a mentor.
So you use the word scholars. Is there?
Yes.
How is that used in what context?
So you know when you're in school and you might call them a student, and we we call them scholars in our program. Yes.
Yeah,
so if you ever see one of our scholars, you know, call them a scholar.
Good. So then you have these other programs I find fascinating. Food for Thought?
Yeah, so Food for Thought was the mentoring program that I mentioned to you. If anybody's interested, we have information on our website, which is robertsfdc.org. We have our flyer on there, all of our information. Our coordinator, Emil Miranda, and Steve oversee that. So they are the ones that put
Steve Roberts.
Yes.
Okay, that's really great. So I don't know if we have a couple pictures. Oh, there are some pictures. Look, there's on the screen there. Wow. Okay, those are kids having fun doing good things.
Yes.
This is great. Pacers Moving Forward.
So yes, Pacers Moving Forward is our high school program. That is one of the sites I oversaw when I first started here, and they have grown so much. We use our high school campus, and we also use a church facility down the street, which is called Allen Chapel AME. So we're able to host all of our scholars in that facility, and as well as on Wednesdays, we provide guest speakers to give them community outreach, exposure, and just workforce development and plenty of other things.
There's something which sets your programming aside from a lot of other programming for kids in the school areas and neighborhoods. And that has to do with the working closely with the family itself, the parents and family itself. Because once they buy into something happening with their kids, it comes into the home.
Yes, we believe families are very important. They're closely tied with our scholars. We want to make sure that we're constantly bringing in our families. We host family workshops, parent meetings. We provide meals for our families every week. We also provide grocery deliveries for our families on the weekend as well.
Wow.
Yes.
That's good. And do you do the grocery delivery?
I used to do our grocery
Oh, you did?
deliveries.
Okay.
Yes. So honestly, it was a great experience because you get to see families outside of, the Monday through Friday work weeks. You get to see them outside of their usual comfort zones, and just being able to provide for them, it means a lot.
I'm sure it does.
It
I'm
is.
sure it does. And how about the schools? How do they interact with you when you do your programming?
They're really supportive, and it also, helps wearing our
Yeah, I like
RFDC
it.
gears. If you haven't seen it, but yeah, but it helps to building those relationships. We're all about, like I said, community, and it's not just us being on campus. It's us being on campus, participating in their meetings, saying hi every day, walking around the campus, making our appearance and our presence well known on our sites.
That's good. Okay. Martin Luther King Day is coming up. Anything special you guys been
Yes, we are. Thank God, we are coming back to doing our in-person march. COVID sadly took that away from us, but now that we're bringing it back, we're bringing it back, and we're gonna do a march this year, and we're also gonna do a business and resource fair to follow.
A what?
A business and resource fair.
Oh, good. So a 10-year-old's going to learn more about business and.
It could be a 10-year-old. It could be a parent. So
I see.
yeah. So to start off the day, we're just kind of starting with like a gathering, and then we're going to have Grant Union High School's drumline do a performance, and their pacerettes and their cheerleaders just kind of get the spirit going for the day, getting the community members rallied up, and then we're gonna go into our program at 9:00, and then we'll do our march and then a fair.
That's really great. So, how long have you been with the Roberts Association?
I've been with the Roberts Family Development Center now for about six years.
6 years.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, so you bought it.
Yes, I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world.
It's fascinating, and it's amazing to see an organization. Talk to somebody from an organization after all these years, and to see how much they've gone into the community and how many people they have served and are on an ongoing serving. So, food for thought mentoring. Become a mentor. Is that your call for people to come and help?
Yes, this is our call for our community members. Like I said, we want that exposure for our scholars. You never know what you can bring to a scholar until you actually put yourself out there. Like I said, we have our coordinators who run that, who want to bring them in. We also offer workshops just to see if people are interested and kind of want to get more information on that. Like I said, it is on our website too.
So you started in 201. You probably have some people who had studied with you or approaching parenthood.
I know. It's crazy to see. Like I said, I've been here for like 6 years. The kids that I've started with that were like 15, 16 are calling me saying they're turned 21. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I don't know. This is weird.
This is great. And how is it? So I've asked you some how questions before this show. And how do you evaluate the outcomes? Do you keep in touch with the ones that have gone away? And how do you evaluate it on an ongoing basis?
So yes, we offer a program too where we offer an internship. So when our scholars are finished with high school, we still offer it to the community as well, but we offer an internship program where they can kind of get their feet into the the workforce development, and then we also move that on to offer them job positions. And I know you've asked me too, like, how do we track it? We track all of our stuff with data. We collect all of our data. We collect our attendance. We collect our rates after our scholars have graduated. So we're always trying to make sure that we are having a strong outcome with our organization.
That's fascinating. Just fascinating.
Thank you.
So, and other service organizations in the area, do you work with them at all?
Yes, we do. We partner with a lot of organizations in the community. If you do see on our MLK flyer, a lot of our sponsors who are helping us with the flyer are put on the bottom of that as well.
Oh my goodness. That's all this down here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so how do people get in touch with you to know when this is going to happen?
So it is going to take place.
We know when.
It's taking place on Monday, January 16th. But if people are asking for information, I've asked if they want to call our main center, which is 916-646-6631, if they have any questions regarding it.
Say it one more time.
916-646-6631. And
6641?
Yes, 31.
Oh, 2-1.
3-1.
3-1.
Yes.
And then we have it up there on the screen while you were
Okay.
talking, so you don't have
Just
to
in
worry.
case they didn't hear us.
So it's interesting. And then there's this help donate to a food drive.
Yes, we do have food drives that happen out there. So if anybody's willing to donate, we do
That's
have
very
that.
interesting. And how do the community turn these things out? Do like canned vegetables and things like that? Do they?
So we do offer donations to come to our main center. So we have a location where we put all of our products that community members have given to us.
And where is that?
It's at our main center,
And where is that?
770 Dorena Avenue.
Okay.
Yes. I know all the addresses and phone numbers, whatever you need.
Okay.
But we also do have 2 branches, which is our Black Child Legacy and African American Healing Network. that we
Wow.
partner with. Yes.
Those are lots of good programming, and the communities that parts of the communities that you've reached in to. Can you tell me a little bit about the movement in that, and what are the communities and areas around town?
So yeah, we serve the greater Sacramento area. Like I told you, our main area is the North Sacramento, Del Paso Heights area. So that's where our main areas are located at.
And your main office is in what, Del Paso Heights, isn't it?
Yeah, it's off Dorena Avenue. It's right across the street from the grocery outlet. If anybody's been
For the
over.
grocery outlet, of course. We
Have
all
you
know
been
that.
to our center by any chance?
I think I have. Yes, earlier
If you
on.
have not gone to come back, we have renovated, so it would be amazing for you to see.
Okay.
Yes,
It'd be
please.
kind of fun to see after all these years.
I know you've said that. Also, I'm like, there's been a lot of things that have changed.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, good. And about the material development and all of that, and how you present the classes and all that. Each teacher, each group leader or event leader, there's a kind of hierarchy of how you study and present, how the Roberts method kind of things. So tell me just a little bit about that. We got like 1 minute.
Okay, so yeah, we offer trainings for all of, our staff members. So we do professional development trainings more than once a month, at minimum a month. Once per month. We want to make sure we're constantly training our staff members as they are going to be put in front of our scholars, whether that's lesson planning, mental health training, services that we offer, just to make sure that everybody's aware of what we can give to our scholars.
Rovina Parham, thank you very
Thank
much
you
for
so
coming to
much.
talk to me. I really appreciate
It was
it.
a pleasure.
Okay. Ooh, we got to take a short pause for the cause and have some important messages, and we'll be right back with more about the Martin Luther King Day and a couple of organizations that are visiting us right after this.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Do you want to meet a family with a transgender kid? Here we are. Max loves to do backflips. Max loves to play his ukulele. Max loves to just be a kid and just be himself. When I found out I was pregnant, all I really wanted was a happy, healthy, whole child. And that's what I got. I think it's really important for people to know that trans kids don't have a political agenda. They are just kids. Like any parent, we love our kids unconditionally, and we will never stop fighting for them. Stand with us. Protect our families.
For those dealing with the daily struggles of caring for a loved one, we hear you. That's why AARP created a community with experts and other caregivers to help us better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
with LiveWire. With me here in the studio is Sequita Johnson, right? Thompson, okay. And Lee?
Yes, Nathan Lee.
Nathan Lee, okay. Let me have it.
And Yolanda Stevenson.
Okay, thanks. Thanks. We are rushing around to do this show, and it's been really interesting. I loved the idea of talking to a number of people doing different events throughout this period of time. That's really a great thing. So all of you are taking part in this Martin Luther King Day. How's your organization taking part?
Well, Rose Family Creative Empowerment Center is sponsoring this event in collaboration with Blessed Child Association. So that's pretty much, and then we'll be housing it at our facility at 7000 Franklin. That's where the caravan will begin.
It begins there.
In the beginning, yes. So we'll start with a continental.
There's a little map right here. It's
yes,
kind of
a
cool.
continental breakfast in that morning. Everybody will meet, greet, and get something.
Wait, I'm supposed to hold this up.
And get something.
Quiet there.
And get something to eat.
He's zooming in.
Which will be about 9 a.m. And then from 9 to 9:45, we'll start getting into the cars. And from 10 o'clock to 11:30, we'll be caravanning.
Okay, so if I wanted to learn more about it, could I call or
Absolutely.
email? How?
You can call Rose Family at 916-376-7916.
Okay, really good. Okay, and so this is quite a distance. Man, both of those things is like traveling.
Well, 10 miles is our projected time.
Okay.
Time frame
that sounds good.
Traveling.
So, and your organization?
It's Blessed Child Association.
Yes.
And this is our third year. I collaborated with Ms. Rose. And we're going to be trying to have a caravan. Ours is not walking, it's caravan.
Yeah, that's good.
Caravan parade.
10 miles, that goes a little faster.
And we're also with Blessed Child. We mostly deal with the community. We have had block parties with the community, and we also help with giving out food to our community also, and having meetings and getting like speed bumps. We got them into on 29th Street, and it's just working with the Rose family.
This is great.
Yeah.
So block parties sound interesting to me because, you know, I'm from a part of Los Angeles where block parties happen all the time. You know,
Right.
You know, almost improvisationally they happen.
Okay.
But then I live in Midtown, and like, you know, you could throw a stone down the street and not hit anything. No cars. But it's great to see that, you know, that they do happen, and because I think that's a way for breaking down the, you know, who's that neighbor of mine? She just not smiling today. That kind of thing.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. The kids out there, the Kings come out, they send the mascot, and it's a lot be going on. And the lowriders.
Oh, the lowriders.
Yeah, they have them. They have the motorcycles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have that at the Rose Empowerment too. So they give out prizes. The first prize, I don't know this year, so I'm not going to quote on it, but they have first, second, and third. So,
with the price of gas for the
It's
lowriders,
cash.
you ought to give cash. For,
That's what they get, cash.
Sure, that's good.
Yes, cash.
That's good. Then they can get a ride home.
Yeah.
So, Nathan, you were walking down the street one day and you said, I think I'm going to found an organization called Lee King's Miracle Homes. Is that what happened?
Something like that. I laid in front of a news bus first at Channel 3.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, and basically what we're looking to do is make an impact when it comes to the homeless population. So we're looking at opening some veterans homes, sober living homes, and group homes. But right now, we're just running and volunteering for like Blessed Child Association and Western Service Workers. So the past few days, I've been handing out emergency kits, and maybe a tree fell in your front on the street, and I've been clearing them out.
I saw about 10 of those.
Yeah, I did probably 8 in 3 days.
Wow. Yeah, there's homes or cars. Just down the street, there's a car under the biggest tree, and you have to drive around the tree to get. it's really tough. But an organization that helps people, some of the people on the street. The homeless woman was killed yesterday when a tree fell on her while she was sleeping outside. And so we have to end this homeless stuff, When I got up here, I know there's people who would travel here, and because they're travelers and they would stay outside, and I thought, oh, well, that's okay, But no, to have people who can't afford an apartment or a place to stay, or their family is far away. I mean, this is California. This is where you run away to, And this is a real heartbreak seeing all this now, especially in the rain.
Well, that's when I started. It rained 10 days straight when I started donating coffee, hot cups of coffee. It had rained 10 days straight, and I started from there with hot cups of coffee out of my kitchen to my boss donated a 100-cup coffee maker. And so I would drive around and
100-cup coffee maker. Oh, this is great.
Yeah, I
That's
probably
a
did
pretty
like
big day.
1,500 cups
Wow.
in 1 year.
Really?
It just becomes too overwhelming for one person to do.
Yeah.
And so I had
Well,
to think
it's
of a
such
way
a
to
good
get some
thing you're
help.
doing. There should be some people flocking to what he's doing, So what I'm going to do before we finish, I think I'm going to try to, people, if you want to contact their organizations, you can go to this event, the Martin Luther King Day March from, where does it start?
It's going to start at Rose Family Creative Empowerment Center over at 7000 Franklin. We'll have the caravan. The cars will be assembled for the best, decorated car with the prizes from 1 through first, second, and third. That starts at 9 a.m. At 10 o'clock sharp, we're going to be actually driving and doing the caravan through 11:30. And then when you come back to the Rose Family Creative Empowerment Center, then we're going to do a community resource fair where you can probably a wellness fair.
I
Absolutely.
want to be well, and that means good food, right?
Yes, we're going to have different vendors from the Meadowview community there, being able to give community resources, as well as we're looking to have the Sacramento Collab to come and maybe do some COVID and flu shots.
Good.
And then we'll have a food van there so that we can be able to feed
will you
the
all be
community
there?
as well.
Oh, yes.
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 I'll definitely be there. At 2 o'clock, I believe, we're going to start the March Up Martin Luther King.
Okay, you're going to join it up there, okay, that's great. So if you want to meet the coffee man and help him out, you can do that. There, you'll be there. You're going to have that hat on?
Most definitely.
Most definitely, okay. What does it say up there? The plague.
The plug.
Oh, the plug. Oh, phew. I thought it said the plague. We don't need it.
No, Corona's over.
Okay, it's good. It's good. I'm glad it's over. Well, that's for sure. At any rate, so is there like an association of neighborhood associations, or do you not know each other from before, or have you met before?
We've met before
Yeah,
through Rose Family Creative Empowerment Center. So that's where Sequita and I met. Rose Family, we run 5 expanding after-school programs in the Meadowview community. One at John Steele K-8, Burbank High School. We do Parkway Elementary, as well as Susan B. Anthony, and then Phoenix Park Apartments.
That's a lot of good schools.
We serve over
really
1,000
is.
youth with the Sacramento School District as well. And then we also are the Meadowview Community Incubator Lead for the Black Child Legacy Campaign.
Wow.
So kind of like Robert's Family Development, they run the Black Child Legacy Campaign through Del Paso. We are one of the neighborhoods that have the same vision for Meadowview.
So Blessed Child Neighborhood Association is one where you could contact, actually, that would know all.
Yes.
All of your work.
So Blessed Child Association
Blessed Child.
was created through Sequita and the unfortunate.
My grandson, Stephon Clark. So they now have the Fortune School. Stephon Clark is on Meadowview.
Yes, I know.
And then they also have the playground there. And they also have Dr. Porter's college prep there. So that's how we're going to become. We're leaving from Franklin. We're going to turn right on Florin. We're going to pass the Burbank, we go in the history, going all the way down past to Freeport. And there's history all down there. And then you go make a left on Freeport. Then you make a left on Meadowview, come on down Meadowview, the Antioch Church and all of that, the history, and the also is San Pernell, Meadowview Park, and then, like I just said, the schools, all down there, and San Pernell, and then we're going to keep straight to Brookfield, and then we're going around Phoenix, and now that's where the community that the Rose Empowerment works with, the kids and everything, and at John Steele. Yes, they work with all the children. They have all kind of events for the children. Matter of fact, they just left going to the Kings game.
Exactly.
Yeah, so they do a lot. And we was doing for the community. We got with the families that live in Coral Gables. They had death in them. Someone got shot and killed. We got communicated with the family. We all worked together, bought food and everything, and we do Christmas with the kids, get all the Christmas toys and everything.
Breakfast with Santa.
Yeah, and then Genesis Church, they allow us that we have all the kids giving out the gifts and everything, and have different events. Halloween event, we didn't have Halloween, all kind. Now we're gonna have the Black History Month and all of that.
Exactly.
I want to thank you, all three of you, for coming and talking to me about this. It was very, very good. So this Martin Luther King Day, and if I wanted to do it, I'm going to hold this up again, if you could zoom in, Mr. Cameraman. And this is this other march.
Yes, Monday.
Yes. And our quote that we'll be having on some of our T-shirts for our volunteers is, "Our ultimate end must be the creation of the beloved community." So
I love it.
We're exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, we're excited about doing
Thanks so much for talking to me about this, and I hope we have a very good Martin Luther King Day
that. We will.
coming up. Okay.
Thank you
That's
for
it.
having us.
We'll see you next week on LiveWire. Meet good folks and talk to them about their lives and what they're doing in the community. We'll see you next week on LiveWire.